I wanted to ask, like, the root of your vocal, the root of your voice. Can you take me back to the very first time you figured out that you could do that? Like, do you know what I mean? Again, it goes back to that intensity and that energy that you guys are talking about. For me, it's in that vocal. Everything is there, and it's just pure energy. So can you tell me, like, when you first discovered that, Julie?
When I first discovered that if I started singing, other people would listen.
Yeah. Well, just your voice. Yeah, just your voice and what it could do. And yeah, I guess, yeah, if you want to bring that in.
Well, I think I never thought about that. But what comes to mind is like singing in like a big drunk Irish family where it's like St. Patrick's Day and everybody's, everybody's like, my family is like very loud and very big, and they are musical people. I think every one of my uncles, I've got like 16 of them. Like every one of my uncles plays an instrument. They're all the kind of people that you don't want to get into a fight with. And I think, so there was a little bit of like growing up in that. I grew up in like a kind of like a really fucking crazy house,
right,
where noise and chaos was frequent. And I think so some of it is like just childhood trauma. And
right.
then I think I started to see if you start singing from an early age, like what I think would happen is like you start getting, like, once you start going to school, you could start getting picked for things, right? Like I would get picked to be like this singer and the solo in this song. And then, I don't think I ever had a tremendous amount of confidence, like, oh, this is something I can do. And when I do this, it's like very powerful for other people. You don't put that together. I still don't think that that's necessarily true. It's just not something that you think of when it's part of you. But I did, if I had to say it, I would say like early on, like a sign that that this was something I could do was that first, actually, it would be like the feeling I get inside when I'm doing it is like unbelievable. It's not always, I think that's why I have difficulty making music, actually, because the feelings that are involved are like way too overwhelming, so maybe that was part of it. It's like the feeling inside coupled with like, other people sort of in my life noticing is like, maybe that's the right answer.
Yeah. I always wanted to ask you that question, so I appreciate the honest answer. I remember, again, just I'll never forget it, actually, the first time I heard that vocal and that kind of intense sound.